face in the most movable and some of the most stable areas of the face, so that when that footage goes to...
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Clark is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Wood in at the 5. And for the Pelicans, Embiid is out there with Grant. Then there's Garland. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Herter in at the small forward position. And the rejection by Embiid. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Shot from the inbound, and Butler with a nice bucket inside. Well, fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media as well.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I played in New York, and you know, in that town, you go big or you get talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, and every team is a national team because every game's televised, it's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
Now, here's Oladipo. After the miss from Joel Embiid, Oladipo finds Butler. Offline with his 3. And so Grant will bring it up for the Pelicans. Passes it to Garland. It's Fournier on the wing. Kennard covering. Here's Garland. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Phoenix. Just 3 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Clark. Pelicans shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Oladipo misses. Well, it was a career year for Evan Fournier, just at the right time. Opted out of his player option over the summer, and he was a free agent.
And Fournier proved that he can put up numbers. Aggressive looking to create with the ball in his hands. This team got a great weapon signing Fournier.
This is why Kennard's teammates appreciate him. He's good at sharing the wealth when they're uncovered.
Outside Fournier. He kicks it to Garland. Down low. Here's Herter. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Fournier against Wood. And no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
And sometimes you have games like that, but you just got to shrug it off and move on to the next one.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Billy Donovan.
Well, Kevin, I asked him, what are some of your main concerns? And he said, we're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the outside. So it's essential that we don't give them open looks from deep, or we'll be in trouble. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Here's Garland. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Grant down low. Guarded by Oladipo. Oladipo with the block.
I mean, you're not going to beat Oladipo with that. I mean, Victor plays hard on both sides of the ball.
Here's Herter. Wood with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wood. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The shot's good from Fournier.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Oladipo, the pass to Butler. Kennard with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Bulls shooting their first free throw tonight.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Oh, the 30th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. It's been great to see Butler blossom into a perennial all-star.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. And so he hits both. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Oladipo. He had a 30-point outing their last game against.
So many of his points came at the line. The D was trying to play him physically, and he just said, yeah, bring it on.
It's a tie game in New Orleans. And we'll be back with you. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They were just the more aggressive team. I mean, feeding off this crowd's energy.
Fournier out there with Garland. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Embiid. And it's Herter in at the 3 slot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Here's Herter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him. That's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
And here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. From downtown, connects from 3-point range. Kennard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Here's Fournier. Rebound by the Bulls. Wood's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
No good from Grant.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Butler, and he banks in the layup. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Embiid, the pass to Fournier to stop the run. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. This their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
Take a look at Clark. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. Bank shot. No good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Kennard, the pass to Oladipo. Inside. Wood kicks to Kennard. Back to Wood. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. It's good again, and the next one 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now, here's Garland, guarded by Oladipo. Now, here's Garland. Ball's knocked loose. And so it's Chicago with a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The period wrapped up with the team.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Bulls. Clark is out there with Christian Wood. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Oladipo in at the point. Grant the pass to Garland. And the lead is down inside single digits. Garland's got 6. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Butler attacking, and it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, from role player to star, Butler's transformation has been fun to watch. Now he racks up points with ease.
Fournier. Some solid defense from Clark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Shots good by Kennard.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Pelicans trail by 13. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid. It's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
Oladipo dishes to Butler. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Herter, defended by Butler. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Oladipo taking his time here. Pass to Clark. Pass to Kennard. Launches it. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Pelicans trail by 13. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Herder's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Oladipo for three. Drills it from outside. Oladipo's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago. Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Oladipo. Embiid, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Clark, the shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Bulls lead by 16.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Wood against Embiid. The pass to Herder. Over Butler. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Clark, the pass to Oladipo. Pass to Wood. That one goes in. Wood's got 8 points.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, his team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a big 18-point lead to close. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Oh, yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Grant, Fournier out there with Garland. And there's Embiid, and it's Herder in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Wood passes to Clark. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shot clock at 3. Kennard for 3. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And here are the Pelicans now. They trail by 18. Pass to Fournier. To the right side. Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Chalk up 2 there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Here's Butler. And the rejection by Embiid.
Oh, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Free throw good. Wood. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
In over his 2 years at UNLV, Christian Wood shot just 26% from long range. So he's made a huge improvement in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's become a key part of his offensive game, Jay. He's put the work in behind the scenes. I mean, developing a skill set that's so much in the league.
And here are the Bulls now. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Grant against Clark. There's the 3. And it's Butler missing. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Pelicans. It's a 16-point game. Kept alive. Embiid's shot is good.
You better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Chicago calls timeout.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaways.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Here's Fournier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is good. Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. I know you're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, when you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality, as a friend, you just miss that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call him an opponent and a friend. Tim Duncan, you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team. And same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against them and an honor to call them friends.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Valentine with it. Pass to Arcidiacono. Hands it from downtown.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Tries again, and Embiid lays it in.
And this is a testament to the concentration Embiid possesses. I mean, he's able to finish despite getting bodied up.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Arcidiacono kicks to Brown. The dish to Mahimi. He can't get that one. Good D by Embiid. Here's Hart. And it's blocked by Brown. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Seven seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shoots. Off target from the wing. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.